welcome back to my vlog channel after a long hiatus. Not feeling well, I am finally feeling better. Some quick little announcements, including some updates before we dive into today's vlog of tea and talk with some hot topics that are planned for us to talk about. If you guys have been following Kim Kardashian on the rail and Laur, just to give you guys a little bit of a hint, well, let's get started. And of course, because I don't drink tea all the time, since my OB recommended not to overdo the tea intake, I have milk, even though it is called tea and talk. I actually came up with it because whenever you have a mug, you can pretend it's tea. And I'm going to be trying out a new pastry, which is a scone filled with muffin, so a muffin scone. Actually doesn't look like a scone, it looks like a pastry, but the lady at the bakery said it is. There's a place called Humblebee. It's a cafe slash they have pastries that they have that you actually can purchase, which is really, really awesome. So you probably are gonna already smash me on this one anyways. You know, I shouldn't really be complaining because I see a lot of you family YouTubers, such as Life with Jackie, if you ever watch them. Ellie Linguist, she's a Canadian family YouTuber. Ellie and Jared, ones that are in Utah, I think. They live in Utah, I think, or something like that. Her sister does it, so there's a bunch of other people. We have Living with the Laurs in Arizona. So there are a lot of you who are family YouTube vloggers. You work, you manage kids, household, all that kind of, you know, all the things that go along with raising a family. Take care of the bills, the food, the kids go to school. You have stuff to do at home and you vlog. And I shouldn't be complaining, right? But here's the thing. Because I don't do this for a living, I have two conditions. My anemia, my thyroid, and being pregnant in the third trimester all cause me to pass out. So there are times I can't do anything because my body will just go in shut off mode. I'll lay down, I'll have a headache, I'll pass out. And I have this frequently every day. So I only have a certain amount of time during the day to be able to get things done where I'm not passing out and I'm feeling okay to drive. Luckily, we have a Vons near my house. I have all that nearby and I can actually go and, you know, get that stuff done. So I haven't been really feeling well at all. And third trimester is, you know, the hardest and all that stuff. And starting to get the practice, I guess you guys call them. Baby's moving a lot. I'm 31 weeks. And this is my little top of my belly, if you guys can see. I am not doing a big belly reveal. It's just my personal privacy and personal take. But these are just some of the updates. I have a few appointments left in December. And then January, it's game time because January 4th, I'll be 36 weeks. My last detailed ultrasound. And after that, I go to my IB every week. So hopefully baby will arrive anytime before February 1st. Let's get started on our tea and talk with dessert. You know, me being pregnant, I am craving certain sweets. Not a lot. It's more like pastry style. So I won't go for like chocolate cake or other things. So let's give this one a try. I kind of already took a bite of this, and the reason being is because I want to be able to kind of give you guys a really good description of what this tastes like. So one thing you'll notice is it is powdery and it looks more of a pastry rather than a scone. Scones are kind of like either round or a triangular shape. Maybe I'm thinking of the English scones. Maybe they're different when they're made in England. Like maybe English style scones are different than American style scones. Although if you go to Starbucks or other bakeries, they do have them. And they're going to look like scones. This looks like a puff pastry. Well, let's give this a try. The inside is definitely pumpkin. As you can see, this is real pumpkin flavor, so it's made out of real pumpkin. The only thing about it though is it tastes like puff pastry very like flaky and dense, and when you crunch on it, it gives you that crunchy taste. But it's not a scone, for sure. To me, a scone is very crumbly, and it like crumbles in your mouth. This is like a puff pastry. Or like a strudel. I don't know if you guys know what a strudel is. It's one of those, like a flaky pie crust. And it has like a filling in it, like blueberry or strawberry, apple, cherry, whatever you name it. So this is definitely not something I would probably get there again. Just because to me, it's not an actual scone, it's more of a puff pastry, but it's good tasting. Traditional style like puff pastry that has the pumpkin taste in it. Let's get into some hot topics. Two of the major topics we're going to get into is Kim Kardashian on The Real, and recently Matt Lauer got in trouble for some sexuality misconduct at work. It got him fired. I heard that Matt Lauer's been on the Today Show for 20 years or even more. He's like the big iconic anchor on the Today Show. But if you guys rewind back and notice, Cameron, the African American woman, booted. I think they took out Meredith Vera, another one, or I could be wrong. I think that was her, or Katie Couric, or one of those. They took it out. They also took out Matt Lauer. I mean, really? Come on. You know, this is behind the scenes stuff. You know, it's not like he did it on television or he said a bad word. This is behind the scene. Something you should definitely really, well, I guess they investigated it. And it was a, big thing. But this is, to me, if you're a big, iconic person and you're doing your job really well on the Today Show or whatever show you're on, keep them on there, but you can always do contracts. Say, if you keep violating this, and that, we can't have you on our show. But a lot of times, these shows, they'll go through what's called recycling process, where they'll get rid of somebody else, they'll put somebody in. This ratings are not good, let's get rid of them too and put somebody else in there. It's pretty common to see that on shows, and such as like reality shows, talk shows, comedies, you name it, they will do whatever it takes. If they don't see something work, they will. One of the ones that I remembered a while back was Tamar Braxton Herbert. She was booted out from The Real, which I was really pissed about. But then, when they actually saw The Real wasn't doing that well without her, they brought in guests, which helped boost the ratings. You notice a cycle? It's just recycling, This doesn't work, and they do it on Rachel Ray. So she started out with just her, and now they have guests throughout her whole show, because that's what makes the show ratings go up. Well, just her doing it by herself was not going to last however long, because she's a talking guru. She's the gal that could talk, make funny jokes, cook at the same time, and do all that stuff. And this is something that she just gets into. Now, here's my take on either of this stuff. I don't like it when they do that, because I like it when it's real and authentic. I remember when Rachel Ray started, she would have one of the child's artwork on screen. She would help all about the viewers. And then the minute the shows start to slowly change, I'm just like, where's that Rachel Ray concept that was there at the beginning? Not what we see today, but these producers, managers, whatever makes ratings go up, that's all they care about. They don't care about the authenticity. They don't care about the ethnicity of the actual show or the concept that the person was trying to bring onto their viewers and audience. They just care about those numbers. keep in mind all of the hot topics that I'm discussing today on my vlog of tea and talk are from my personal experiences that I went through, opinions, and what I usually do is I research. So everything that they show on the news, right on the internet, what you guys are all discussing on social media such as Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook, Instagram, just to name a few. So I like to take everything into perspective, and then it gives me an idea of how I can better discuss the topics here on my vlog channel with all of you viewers. So if you're watching this video and you have a different opinion than I do, that is okay. My whole thing is anytime something happens, try to, figure it out like behind the scenes privately, and then let both parties open up in their own way. But one thing I'm noticing is with Laur, now they're offering him deals to appear on shows to talk about it. So it's kind of like he got fired. He's probably going to ask for more money and a, bigger deal and all the things that, go along with. Fire me, you have to give me a good paycheck. Eventually he'll be offered something else, One person's trash, someone else's treasure. Ever heard of that? That's what they did with, I think, they had a Meredith Bear show. They had the Katie Couric show. Some of my favorites. Tamron Hall, she was voted off the Today Show. They brought her in. Tamar Braxton Hicks was voted off The Real. And now they're bringing in guests, which I don't really like that. I think if a person fits for the role and the job, they should do it well to their best abilities. Whatever happens behind the scenes, just take care of it privately. Don't have it open in the public because, they like to scrutinize, Anytime someone's in the public eye, either they'll be liked about and talked about, or they'll be disputed and talked about in a bad way as well. So it goes either way. Before we get into Kim Kardashian on the Real, let's get into Kim Kardashian on the Real. Then I'll share with you my experience on some stuff that I've had, experience, and thought maybe this will be kind of an eye-opener for any of you who are trying to go to a taping or anything like that. Okay, so as you probably have also seen on news media, television shows, and all that, it's been a big frenzy and talk about it on social media. Kim Kardashian on the Real. Okay, she was awkward, including the whole entire Real panel. They were awkward to her as well. And there's a picture, I'll try to see if I can insert here, where Lonnie Love's like, is it okay if listen, just because you're a celebrity and you're on a show called The Real, you guys get to meet famous people every day. You're lucky. You have people that can make connections for you, call whatever. But as everyday people, we don't have a chance to even go near or meet any of these famous people. So instead of going up to that girl, and sorry I'm running you out, Lonnie Love, I love you and I can't wait to see your comedy show, but you've never invited me to your show, so you don't probably will ever be in my vlogs. So that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like you're so, holding back. This person obviously values and thinks Kim Kardashian is all that. I have watched this show, by the way, called Keeping Up with the Kardashians. At first I liked it because it was very family oriented and they dealt with a lot of things. And then when it got to be too much of a drama kind of show with everything sort of not scripted, but I learned they used a fake house. Some of their stuff isn't what really happens in real life. They do it just to get, ratings up on their show. That's when I started to say, you know what, I'm done with watching the show. I've noticed whenever I watch The Real, in comparison to the Rachel Ray show, I'd rather be invited to the Rachel Ray show to actually share my story and speak there rather than going on The Real. I love The Real show, but when you did that to Kim Kardashian, make her feel uncomfortable and she felt uncomfortable being on your show, and you're not allowing audiences to meet her, okay, then that's where I have to draw the line and rat and tip you out, Lonnie Love, for doing that, because I don't think that was very appropriate. This is just my own words and my opinion. So I'll give you guys a little bit of an experience on what happened to me when I went to a taping of a few shows. Okay, whenever you get to go to a show taping, it's free. And people are so excited. You get to be in the audience, you be on television. Hopefully you get close to the cast and the people that are doing it. Unfortunately, you are so distant from people running the show to where you're sitting. I don't mean like how they lay out and present the whole studio that they use, because these are not real studios. They're in a lot where they create a studio that's used for that show. So take, for example, The Real. When you walk in, you think when you arrive first that you'll get to be given the best seat in the house. I did that the first time. Nope. I was sat way in the back. And they do it based on looks. So if you don't have a perfect complexion, good looking skin and all that, you're booed in the back or you're sat on the side. And I've had that happen to me twice. First time they sat me way up. Second time I asked, can I sit in the bottom? They sat me on the side. So when you go and watch yourself on television, you're not even there. So they do it based on whatever makes them look good in the camera versus just showing everyone in the audience. And you don't even get to meet the people on The Real. They pretend like they're talking to you and interacting, and really they are not. It's all staged, believe me. They give you like these chimsy little like candy. The guy speaking there throws out, it tells you how to do stuff. You gotta clap when they do something funny or whatever it is that they do. And once it's done, they leave, go do their whatever stuff. Then they do another taping and they go home. I have been to Good Morning America, and I felt personally I was more connected to the cast there. I got to meet them and all that kind of stuff. They took pictures of me versus The Real. And then the Rachel Ray, I've applied. First time they ever had a showing. I wanted to learn how to bake because I wasn't that great of a baker. And they said, oh, Rachel Ray doesn't do that. Eventually, guess what I see on television? Baking. So that's what I'm saying. If you're so selective, why are you asking people to go for free to your taping? It has to be about the audience. And even the Ellen DeGeneres show, I've written in a bunch of times to get in. And you think she says she helps tens of thousands of people? Yeah, her managers and producers are picking the people for her to help. And then she pretends to act like she's really there to help you. Well, she didn't read your letter. The people behind the scenes who work the whole show and tell her what to do did. Then they handle it and say, act like you baked it out. Exactly. Anyways, thank you guys for watching my vlog. Hope you've enjoyed watching it. I'm going to say goodbye. Sending you all my love. And the next time I get it together and feel better, I'll definitely be vlogging again. See you next time. Bye. Thanks.